It is 12:13 in the morning, and your boy Luke to hook the brother up. So we got working over here, man. We'll get back in the house in the morning. But for the time being, man, let me turn these lights on this jump. Yeah, that's what we working with right there. 2 straight from North Carolina to your boy up here in Maryland. Yeah. Guys, what is going on, man? Yo, in the lab, we got the new 5T 3.0 electric truck. As you can see how massive this this box is, yo. I don't think I've ever seen a box this big, yo. This is crazy. I don't know if you guys seen me on a live, I guess it was a couple weeks ago now. When we was talking about the 5T E 3.0, and we were just talking about how likes and dislikes of this truck and whether or not I would get one. I was on the fence. You know what I mean? I really was on the fence with this joint. Then it came out. It was hard to find. The main reason I was on the fence, just the look of it. Like these giant tires. The body is huge. At least from what I've seen of it. The graphics, the color of the plastics, was all stuff that really wasn't, really wasn't fancy to me. Well, not fancied to me anyhow. So I wasn't sure I was gonna get one of these joints. Then it came out. I started seeing more and more Facebook posts, more and more videos of it, and I got more interested in it. I already have an electric XS5 that I use over at Wagner's and parking lot racing, and I wanted to build an electric off-road course truck or car also. And when this came out, I was already interested in it before I even saw the pictures when I heard it was coming out, because like I said, I was going to build one. I wasn't sure I was going to use a 5T 2.0 or MCD W5 or RR5 or Losi 5. I don't know. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. But when I heard the 3.0 was coming out, they had some updated, geometry for the drivetrain and stuff like that. I was interested, so I held back on actually building one. I finally got this, like I said, my man Luke Lystrom. You guys know him. He's all over. He races all over the United States, up and down the East Coast, West Coast, Wisconsin, all over. Down south, North Carolina, West Virginia. He races all over. And he actually reached out to me. Said he had a couple of them, and I wanted to know if I wanted to get one. So that made it pretty easy. You know what I mean? He actually, I met him in Virginia, because I live in Maryland. So I actually met him in Virginia. He lives in North Carolina. We met up at a Wawa out there in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So shout out to him, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, I probably would have got one of these joints, but I definitely wouldn't have got it as soon as I got this. So shout out to you, Luke. I really do appreciate what you did for me. And then, like I said, running it up to me, meet me, and getting it to me. So this thing is huge, guys. And like I said, I wanted to sit beside this thing so you can see how big this box is. This box probably weighs about 60, 65 pounds or so. If you got a small car and you go buy this thing, like if you got a Prius or something like that, I don't think it's gonna fit. He actually brought it up from North Carolina in a Camry. He had 2 of them, brought them up from North Carolina in a Camry. So I don't know how he got it in that car. It barely fit in the back of my pickup truck. But yeah, it's a big box. So if you guys plan ahead, if you plan on getting one of these joints, because it's a big box, all right, and it's heavy. So if you got any kind of heart problems, stuff like that, get some help. Get one of your buddies to come out there and give you a hand with this junk. But we're gonna get this thing opened up and see what's in this box, and give you my first impressions.
All right, so I figure just do a little once over on the box so you guys can see, you know, what's going on with it. What the graphics look like on there. You know, just put the outside of the box. I know you guys like seeing this. So, and I do too, tell you the truth. But yeah, like I said, here we go, the 5T 3.0E. All the information here. They show the plastics here, 32 millimeter big bore shocks. We got the 12S power system that's already installed. Yep. 250 amp ESC. We got a servo here. There's a 1,000 ounce inch pounds. 1,000 ounce inch. That's a pretty beefy servo for steering. And just go on the sides. Ready run, shows you what you need to complete. You know, 2 6S LiPo batteries with IC5 plugs or EC5 plugs. 2 Spectrum, it gives you the little, you know, the statistics of what you can use for that. And you need a charger. And that's it really. Let's go on this up front. Got that pretty package. Makes it orange and blue. Not a fan of the colors, but you know, it's definitely different. Over here we got a little bit of backstory on it. Yep, another nice picture. And then let's see what we got on the back. Okay, another big picture. All right, gives you a little bit of a, you know, what the chassis, how they came about with the chassis, based on the 5T and the 8th scale 8 platform. Easy access center diff mount, 32 millimeter big bore pistons for the shocks, 5 millimeter aluminum plates, guess for the chassis. Yep. Proline lock bead system, massive 8.5 inch Mirage TT tires. These things are huge. Optimized gearing, 4312 ring and pinion gears with a 67.2 spur. All right, and it says officially licensed KMC wheels. Looks good. So that's a little overview of what the box looks like. Now let's look like inside the box. Nicely packaged in there, of course. A little moth on the top. I got in there, but you know, just like that. This thing is huge, guys. I mean, yo, my W5 looks nothing like this. This thing is huge. I mean, look at it compared to, that's my infraction over there that I was parking lot bashing with. But this thing is huge. God, I mean, compared to, I mean, it's huge, bro. This is huge. Man, this thing is huge. Good. Let's see, you got another bag of, you know, I guess these are battery straps and the batteries for the remote. And then it's like the instruction manual all in here. And there should be a radio on here somewhere. There goes the radio. Of course, this is a Spectrum radio. Ready to run radios. Alright. And I think that's it for the box. Suspension is off the hook. That joint's a beast. Alright, so the radio to the side. So this is the installation manual, not instruction manual, I guess it is. Battery straps, got a tire wrench, you know, the average 5th scale stuff that's in here. It got all that good stuff in there, you know what I mean? Battery spacers, ready to run, so it comes with the batteries with Spectrum remote, you know, regular old stuff. Got a little shock wrench in here. I don't see any extra screws or anything like that. So, yeah, that. Put it off the side. And let's get down to the big board here. Let's take this plastic off.
this thing is huge. That's, you know, I mean, that's all I can really say. This thing is huge. This thing is truly massive. It's huge, yo. That's all I can really say. Like to see one of these joints in person, this thing is huge. I'm gonna bring over the I don't have any Losis here or a TLR buggy or anything like that. So I'm gonna bring my W5 next to this thing. This thing is huge. Like I said, that's the one thing I can say about this joint. I'll bring you guys in a little bit closer so you can get an idea how, you know, what the makeup of this thing is. The tires are huge. I mean, they're huge, guys. This is a big truck. It's pretty. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a nice looking truck. I said the color for it, I'm not feeling it. But that's good. You know, I mean, that's cool because that gives everybody a chance to you know, do their own thing. Because like I said, you can go on Horizon, Hobbies, and probably A-Main too, and get new plastics for the joint. You know, I mean, I think the plastics are running about $150. When I was online looking for plastics, I didn't see any stickers available yet for this thing to put on the plastics. So I'm not sure what people are going to do about that. But I guess you could do a wrap or, like I saw my boy Mr. Mitos, he's doing one and on YouTube. My buddy Mr. Mitos, we rap all the time. He has one of these joints. He actually has, I think he has the white plastics, and he's going with like a camo design on it, a wrap, which is something that I love. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I'm not gonna keep these plastics. I don't know. I might get some white plastics also. I'm not sure if I'm gonna dye them or what, but needless to say, I'm gonna change these up. But this is awesome. This thing is huge, man. Let's get a little closer so you guys can see it.
All right, guys. So let me get you all in. Y'all can see how big this thing is. This is the stock tire size for the Losi. We run these on the 5Bs and the 5Ts, and actually RR5s and W5. We run them on all of our course cars. So this is a J Concept Reflex, and you can see how big. I don't know if I can really see that joint, but you know, that shows you how big this joint is, yo. Like, this thing is huge, man. There's a spare tire carrier on the back. We'll be getting rid of that. Like I said, I'm not gonna be using that. To lighten this thing up some. I mean, cause like I said, this thing weighs like 55 pounds or something without any batteries in it. So I gotta figure out a way to light this joint up. But like I said, this is the spare tire carrier there. All right, like I said, this is the body is similar to, I don't know if you guys have the Promoto, the Losi Promoto. It's like a, you know, like a, I don't know, what, one of them indestructible plastic type things. Almost close to the, what was it, 30 North bodies that everybody used to run on these Losi 5s. Except it doesn't have that texture that the 30 North bodies had. It's more smooth. But it's not like the Lexan bodies that the Losi 2.0s and the 1.0s came with. It's a little more durable plastic. I'm sure you could paint it. That's another option out there also. Rip the decals off, paint it over. You know, you can do that too. A lot of guys don't like this front. They think it looks like one of the first Raptor front grills on here. That's what my man Nick from Brooklyn Large Scale said. It looks like a Raptor joint. So, you know, a lot of people don't like this square body looking thing for the front. All right, let's see, this is the bumper here. So no, what are those rally lights that used to be on the front bumpers? Nothing like that. We got this nice rubber, like brush guard or whatever. That's pretty cool. All right. So you guys get a chance to see it now with me. I like how this is. I like how the bumper forms around where the spare tire carrier was. That's pretty cool. Now, see, we got the on-off button here for the whole Spectrum system. And like I said, we'll look under the body in a minute.
That's pretty. Like I said, this thing is big, yo. Like that's the main reason I bought this joint. This is big. I like the size of it. You know what I mean? This is like it looks like quarter scale. I ain't gonna lie. This is like a quarter scale truck. This thing is huge. All right, so let's see if we get this body off. We got a couple pins in the back. Pull these out. Should be 2 pins in the front. Same place as the Losi, the 1.0s and the 2.0s. Same places. The upper shock tower, and then you have the front bumper area. One thing that's different is it doesn't have where the body goes into this back bumper anymore. That's gone. Supposedly now it has these little clamps. Yeah, it has these little clamps on both sides. Matter of fact, let me get y'all a little bit closer so y'all can see this. So you put your hand around the side here, and there's a little metal bar in there, and then you pull it in towards, you pull it out towards the body, and it has a little clip there, and one on that side, one on both sides. You do that, and you should be able to lift this whole thing off. All right, but right here, where is it? Here's your body pins for the rear and the shock tower, and then over here in the front underneath, as it is your pins here. And like I said, just like the 2.0 and the 1.0. All right, so get this body off. Let's see. Come in, lift right up. There it is. And this thing weighs a ton also. Ton. All right, guys. So like I said, this is the straight through drive line. I mean, there's no angle at all. I know they made it better with the 2.0 with the angles, but now straight through. Similar to like your Armors. I believe Traxxas probably does this. I don't know, but that's the new design now. You know what I mean? Going straight through. All right, so get a little closer look. First thing I love about this thing, there's no crazy colors on the the shocks and shock towers. Nice black gray look to it that would go good with any. A lot of guys do these nice extreme themed bodies and stuff like that. So this goes perfect with it. You know what I mean? I like that. These things are massive too. Huge. All right. This whole front end is beefy. Like I said, I like this rubber piece here that's molded to keep the dirt and stuff off the at least try to help with keeping that keeping dirt out of the car. As you can see, this is the motor there, 560 kV Spectrum. That thing is huge. All right, shock towers, not bad. You know what I mean, for a size vehicle like this. I don't know, I'm sure Bonehead and Taylor will be coming out with upgrades for this. But it's not bad. It looks like it's probably about 4mm thick or so. We got the turnbuckles and the camber links and the big CVs for the front. Yep, we got the steering links there. Push-pull system with aluminum. Looks like cast aluminum servo horn on there. All right. You can see how big these bead locks are. All right. Arms are huge. Looks like they should be pretty sturdy. Yep. Yeah. It's got the front and rear sway bars. All right. We got the minimalist look in here. We got the radio tray here attached to the mount for the steering servo. We got this massive 67 tooth spur gear. People talking about dropping this down. Let's say we drop this down, that would cause your pinion to get bigger. It would give you more mile per hour, gives you higher RPMs and stuff like that. I'm gonna run it like it is. You know what I mean? For now, anyhow, for course racing. because that's what I'm planning on doing, course racing. All right, we got the batteries trays here, real nice, tucked up tight to the middle of the chassis, which I like. Keep that, you know, that weight distribution perfect on there. We go to the back. We got the camber links here. These massive tires again, and these arms, nice. I think they're composite arms, and we got a sway bar right there. As you can see, these are the. Let's see. Got looks like the. Oh yeah. So I guess you have your battery here, and then it will just plug right in here to that. Like I said, these are EC5s. Same thing on this side. They got a little nice area over here that tucks in. I like that. That keeps it nice and neat. I never thought about that. That's pretty cool though. Real neat. We got the massive shocks once again, same size front and rear. Looks like the springs are the same also, front and rear. Looks like this is the hold down for the spare tire. If you plan on keeping that, make sure you tighten that. The chassis, nice chassis. And the stiffener, rear stiffener is off the hook. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is off the hook. Right? All this upper stiffeners or whatever are like a composite also as well. We got dual fans for the motor, which is also a nice thing. These are the links that hold the body down, the aluminum links that hold the body down, which is cool. I like that they made it aluminum instead of plastic or composite. I like that because I was worried about if you get into like a tumble or something, that body coming loose on you, and then the marshal have to take his time trying to get your body back on. I like this. I like this aluminum, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem. But guys, this thing is huge. I mean, it's huge. So I'm gonna grab my W5, put it side by side with this thing. You guys get an idea how big this joint is. All right, so here it is. The Losi 5ive-TE versus the MCD W5. I mean, you can see how big that 5ive-TE is compared to that joint. It's probably, body-wise, the body's probably another, shoot, 2.5, 3 inches longer. Huge. And you can see this is an infraction, little baby jump. But, I mean, you know, width-wise, it's probably a good 2 or 3 inches wider. Taller, it's probably a good inch taller, 1.5 inches taller. Like I said, my suspension is up on the W5. That's about where the W5 will be sitting. You know what I mean? That is a big truck, bro. I am curious to see how you guys are going to run these joints out there. Like I said, it's going to be awesome. I mean, I love seeing the truck. Hopefully the new W5s will be a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? So, guys, this is just an unboxing video of this massive truck. I don't know what I'm going to call this. I don't know if I'm going to call this joint like Zeus or something along those lines. Hopefully they make clear bodies for this, because I'm definitely going to, I got a little theme I want for this joint. That thing is huge, bro. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just a little showing of what this thing looks like, unboxing, what you got in the packages, and how huge this thing is compared to the regular 5. I think the 5ive-TE is pretty close to this W5. So you guys stay tuned, man. I'm gonna get some batteries for this joint, and we're gonna take it to the track, hopefully. All right, man. It's your boy Lance over Crucial RC. I'll holler at you. Out.